You were asked to write an equation for the graph at the right in terms of sine and cosine. So it says at the right, but I just enlarged it and put it below. So for a sine graph, I know sine starts at the midline. And for me personally, I like to make it a positive sine graph, which starts at the midline and then starts by going up and then back down. And that would be like kind of the shape of one period where it hits the maximum first, then the midline, then the minimum, then the midline again. And so to show that here on the graph, I'll use, this part of the graph here in red. And basically what I need here is to find, I always have this in terms of f of x equals a times sine of b times x minus h plus k. To start off, my k value here is always the midline, so my k value here is going to be 2. So k equals 2. My h value, since I chose to start at this point right here, it looks like my h value is shifting pi over 2 to the right. So h is pi over 2. My a value represents the amplitude, or the distance from the midline to the maximum, or vice versa. I know it's going to be positive because, again, I chose a point that starts by going up. And then lastly, my b value is just 2 pi divided by the period. And the period here is from where I started this first part to where I end. It looks like that is just 2 pi. So 2 pi over 2 pi, which is just a b value of 1. So now from here, I'm going to plug all those values in, and my sine function will be 2 sine of x minus pi over 2 plus 2. For the cosine function, I'm going to erase what's on the graph here a little bit. Actually, I'll keep a lot of it because the only thing that's really going to change here is what section of the graph am I kind of focused on. In this one, I'm going to start it at the origin here. So I know that that's going to be a negative cosine graph because it's starting at the bottom, then hitting the midline, then the maximum, midline, and minimum again. And so my a value is going to be negative. I need to remember that. But some of the information from the previous graph still stays the same. My midline is still 2. My amplitude is still 2. My period is still 1. The only thing that changes is my h value. So for this one here, g of x is equal to, it's negative because I'm starting at the bottom. My a value is 2. Cosine of my h value is just 0 because I'm not shifting to the left or the right. And my k value is still 2 because that's still the midline. And so here are the two functions that represent this graph here. One of them is a sine function and the other is a cosine.